Arcaro's book, Soul of a Lifter, inspires you to compete on the only stage that matters, real life. Purchase Soul of a Lifter and all Gino Arcaro's books on Amazon.com.
This is Blunt Talk, your source for good inspirational news only. With your host, Gino Arcaro.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Blunt Talk Podcast. We're broadcasting today from the third floor of my gym, X Fitness, Welland, Ontario, Canada. X Fitness is committed to lift in mind, in body, in soul, and to the celebration of good inspirational news only. Today's podcast is a blast, a shorter 5-minute version consisting of a motivational speech, top 1,000 workout song of the day, and no guest. Here's real life lesson number 7,101 that I've taught football players for 40 years and college law enforcement students for 2 decades. What you settle for is where you end up. Settlement is the difference between winning big and getting killed. Settlement is the difference between first place and dead last. Those who say winning doesn't matter are bullshitters. Winning matters in every aspect of real life. Winning depends on settlement, dual meaning. First, it means the agreement you reach with yourself. It's your personal contract with yourself that affects every single human you cross paths with. Your agreement with yourself is your personal code that you live by. Secondly, settlement means what you settle for is exactly where you end up. You settle for less for one reason: because doing more is too hard. Being more is painful. Doing more means leaving your safe place, that place of comfort, of softness, of security. Being more means spilling your guts, a thought that scares the hell out of over 90%. Settle for more or settle for less. We all have the same choice. The key to winning championships on any field or in any field is to stay unsettled. Being unsettled is the prerequisite of growth in mind, body, and soul. The more you feel unsettled inside your guts, inside your heart, the more you will be motivated to change. Top 1,000 workout song of the day, Next Level by Zaidwolf, released in 2016. Year 47 of my 49-year workout streak. It's a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. $1.29 on iTunes, guaranteed to lift. I worked out last night, Saturday night, which is Thanksgiving weekend in Canada. I worked out with a strong woman, one of my women's lifting team members. What we did was not only a personal best, it's a personal best that the mind can't even conceive. I will guarantee you that 90% of Canadians were not working out on Saturday night of Thanksgiving weekend. As a matter of fact, I'll make a bold statement. 98.6% of Canadians were not working out on Saturday night of Thanksgiving weekend. I've told football players for 40 years, when you're working out on a statutory holiday weekend, the other team, I guarantee you, is not. And when you're spilling your guts when the other team is out partying, don't ever lose a game to someone who didn't deserve it. There's nothing more shameful, more disgraceful than to spill your guts more than someone else and then lose to them. That was our driving force every single season. That's why we made it to 8 championship games in the worst type of football poverty known to mankind or womankind. Here's my point. You settle for less, you will be less. You will do less. Don't cry about it when you end up in dead last just because you didn't have what it takes to work out when nobody else did. Blunt Talk Podcast is on a mission to reach and lift all 7 billion humans on planet Earth. In just 3 years, Blunt Talk Podcast has reached over 41,000 listeners in 83 countries. Please continue sending your comments and questions to www.ginoarcaro.com or www.xfitness.ca. Thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen. So much love to our worldwide audience. Blessings and all good things. Peace.
Advertising space is available on this podcast. For information, please contact us at www.ginoarcaro.com or xfitness.ca. Join us tomorrow for another edition of Blunt Talk with Gino Arcaro and more excerpts from his book, Soul of a Lifter.